Welcome back to the channel. This is Ruiin, and today I'm here with another Star Wars Battlefront 2 hero guide. Today, this one is dedicated to my favorite dark side character of all time, Darth Vader. I've already made a quick and easy guide video for Luke Skywalker, so feel free to check that out as I'll leave the link in the description down below. Remember, these videos are intended to be quick and easy to understand, as I'm just going to give you everything you need to know about the hero so you can get to the Battlefront quickly. If you like these kinds of videos, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for some more videos, as I am planning on making more guide videos in the future. Your support is always appreciated, and I would love to hear from all of you, and of course, it would be an honor if you would join us. With that being said, let's get started with the video. I mentioned already that these videos are going to be fast and easy to understand. We don't need to go crazy in depth with the hero, we just need to talk about three things that to me matters most, which are the base stats, star cards, and the Battlefront guide. Hopefully after watching this video you'll be able to learn and understand Darth Vader, as lots of people seem to struggle with him because of his playstyle. So let's begin with his base stats. The first stats we're going to cover is his health and speed, and when it comes to Vader, he is very durable, but he is also pretty slow. He starts off with a base health of 800 without any star cards and has a 250 health regeneration, which means he can take on a few good hits. The bad part is, Vader has a regeneration delay of 5 seconds and regenerates 50 health per second, which is pretty slow, but we gotta deal with what we got, you know? As far as movements go for Vader, he isn't really that quick either. He has a sprint time of 7 meters per second and a good swing speed of 1.8 per second, which I think is right next to Luke's, I believe. Although slow movement and slow regeneration, he has really great health, and his stamina is actually not that bad either. Vader can swing his lightsaber 10 times before his stamina is completely depleted without focus rage activated. Vader can block 14 melee attacks until his stamina bar gets depleted. It takes Vader 2.25 seconds to start his stamina regeneration, and in just 3 seconds he will have a full stamina bar. His stamina seems pretty average for a lightsaber hero, but he does have a slow recharge time for his stamina bar. He also has a star card that affects his stamina, which I will get to in the star card section of the video. Now, moving on to his lightsaber damage, Vader can output 130 damage from the front and 160 from the back, and this of course is without focus rage activated. And for those who are wondering what is focus rage, we will get to that in just a few. When it comes to abilities and star cards, let me tell you that Vader has powerful abilities and excellent star cards. Vader's abilities are focus rage, saber throw, and his iconic force choke. With focus rage, Vader channels the dark side of the force and focuses his rage, dealing an extra 15 damage to his lightsaber attacks, slowing his stamina drain by 50%, and grants himself an extra 200 health. Focus rage lasts 10 seconds without any star card upgrades, and it takes only 15 seconds to cool down. With saber throw, Vader throws his saber forward, dealing damage to anyone in its way. It deals 150 damage for every hit and can hit the same enemy 2 times, making it deal another 150 damage for a total of 300 damage. This is without any star card upgrades, and it takes saber throw only 8 seconds to cool down. With force choke, Vader uses the force to choke enemies within its radius while lifting them from the ground. This ability only lasts 1.5 seconds without any star card upgrades, dealing 86 damage per second, and the ability has a cooldown of 25 seconds. His abilities are very devastating and deal very high damage without any star card upgrade equipped, so you can just imagine how powerful he will be with star cards equipped. And since we're covered his base stats, let's jump to his other strength, which are the star cards. Vader already has high damage output with his lightsaber and abilities, but when put together with the right star cards, it becomes extremely difficult to defeat Vader in Galactic Assault, and especially in Heroes vs Villains. All of Vader's star cards are really good boosts to him, so it'll be pretty fun to mix and match your own star cards with him because they just work so well for him. In Galactic Assault, the setup I use are Surrounded by Fear, There's No Escape, and Intensified Lightsaber Throw. As you can tell by these star cards, I use the saber throw lots of times. There's No Escape increases the range of his saber throw, making it easier to hit targets further away and even hitting more enemies. Intensified Lightsaber Throw increases the damage of his lightsaber throw ability. If fully upgraded, it adds 40 extra damage to the saber throw ability and can deal 380 total damage. The other card I always say to never take out is the Surrounded by Fear star card. This is the card that gives Vader a few percent of his stamina back for every kill he gets. If fully upgraded, it can give Vader back 20% of his stamina, making him stay in the battle longer, so this card is a must for Galactic Assault.
Damn, I missed.
This setup is used to just wreck everything in front of you, as it deals extremely high damage and helps you stay in the fight longer. Other star cards to consider for Galactic Assault are Last Gasp, Punishing Grip, and Furious Resilience. Last Gasp increases the damage of choke if choking 2 or more enemies, while Punishing Grip just increases the time of the choke ability. You can use either or, but if I were to pick one, I'll use Last Gasp because I try not to spend too much time on choke, as it can get you killed. Furious Resilience allows Vader to receive less damage while Focus Rage is active, so that's a good card if you use Focus Rage often. For Heroes vs Villains, I only use one setup because his abilities already deal very high damage, so I just throw on cards that boost his ability damage. Intensified Saber Throw is probably the best one you can use for a devastating attack right after the Force Choke. Furious Resilience is another star card I use, as it lets Vader receive less damage while Focus Rage is active. And the last 2 cards you can use are either Bonus Health, which I use to make myself even harder to kill, or Surrounded by Fear. I normally go with Bonus Health because stamina is never really a problem for me in HVV. I try to finish enemies quickly before his other teammates arrive. If I were to throw another optional star card for HVV, I'll go with Last Gasp or Punishing Grip because Force Choke is very useful in HVV. The setup is totally up to you, but as I said, his cards are all great, so just mix and match because I don't think you can go wrong with any of his cards really. Now that we cover his cards, let's get on to the final part of the video, his Battlefront guide. Vader's playstyle can be pretty difficult, especially if you don't understand how to use him. In the Battlefront guide, I'm going to tell you some tips you need to destroy everyone as Vader for both HVV and Galactic Assault. To start off, deflection and defense is key with Vader. He can't rush like his counterpart Anakin Skywalker, but Vader's defense is outstanding, and his deflection is probably better than Luke's. Vader's stamina can't regenerate quickly either, so try not to rush everything on sight. Moving on to the next tip, let enemies get close to you. Vader is not someone you want to get close to, as his choke paired with his saber throw will end your life faster than you can blink. This is a great combo to use, Force Choke, then saber throw. Before entering fights, always activate Focused Rage. The damage boost will help defeat enemies quicker, and the stamina boost will help you stay in the fight longer. Don't waste Focus Rage if you're far away from the front line. Next up, be very cautious with choke as it can get you killed. This one is obvious because of the long animation, but also, Vader only has a 25% damage reduction while choking, and the choke animation leaves you open for enemies to melt you. But choke is very useful in HVV, and for Galactic Assault is useful if you don't want someone to run away. Last tip for Vader, when fighting heroes up close, become very agile and aggressive. This sounds simple, but when I play HVV against the villains and encounter Vader players, they just stand there and try to block everything I do, hoping their teammates can come and do something. It's rare that I see a Vader player who actually fights and not stay still blocking, as that will get you killed as well. When facing heroes, this is the time to use his dodges, lightsabers, and abilities all together. Force Choke, Saber Throw, Swing, Dodge Left, and Hit Again. You will most likely get a couple more hits after the ability combo. Overall, Vader is a really good hero, especially in HVV, as Vader can easily defeat 2 heroes at once. The only issue I see with Vader is just his abilities cooldown, but other than that, his stamina doesn't even affect me because of the Surrounded by Fear star card. He can take on lots of damage and output lots of damage through his abilities and swings, making him easily one of the strongest heroes in the game. So that wraps up the guide video for Vader. I hope all of you after this video learned and understand how to use Vader better. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos coming soon. Thank you for watching. This is Ruiin, signing out.